There's a moment every year when we pause to mark another trip around the sun. We light candles, we make wishes, we celebrate survival. But what if the candles are marking something else? What if they're counting down to a promise you don't remember making? Tonight's story begins with a man turning 40 and ends with a question that still hasn't been answered. Did something come back for him? Or had it been there all along? This is Into the Disappearing. I'm Marin Blake. Daniel Reyes lived alone in a quiet suburb outside San Antonio. Friends described him as steady, predictable, the kind of man who fixed things before they broke. On October 14th, Daniel turned 40. He bought himself a small chocolate cake from a grocery store bakery. Nothing fancy. 40 candles, one quiet night. But sometime between lighting those candles and blowing them out, something changed. At 11:18 p.m., Daniel sent a photo of the cake to his sister. In the picture, the candles burn evenly, tiny flames reflecting in the kitchen window. She later told investigators something odd. She thought she saw a shape behind him, like someone standing just out of frame. Daniel never mentioned anyone visiting. Phone records show no calls, no texts, no activity. Then, at 11:20 p.m., his phone went silent. Neighbors reported hearing nothing unusual, but Daniel's smart home system recorded a brief audio clip at 11:27 p.m. Most of it is static, except for a faint phrase picked up by a kitchen microphone. "Happy birthday." Authorities couldn't determine the source. Later that night, Daniel entered his bathroom. We know this from motion sensors. What happened next comes from a message he recorded but never sent. "I think something's wrong with the mirror. It's delayed, like it's watching me." The recording cuts off abruptly. At exactly midnight, the power usage in Daniel's home dropped to 0 for 3 seconds. Security logs show every light flickered. And then, all 40 candles in the kitchen registered heat signatures simultaneously. Investigators couldn't explain it, because Daniel had already blown them out. The next morning, Daniel failed to show up for work. Police conducted a welfare check. They found the front door locked from the inside. No signs of struggle, no forced entry. Inside the kitchen, the cake sat untouched. Wax had melted across the counter. On the wall above it, written in a thin layer of soot, "See you at 80. Daniel Reyes was gone. No footprints leaving the house. No financial activity. No trace. Birthdays are rituals. We gather. We light flames. We mark time. Across cultures, candles are symbols of life, memory, even spirits. But in some traditions, blowing out candles is believed to release something into the air, a wish or an invitation. Daniel Reyes has never been found. His house was eventually sold. The new owners reported nothing unusual, except for one detail. Every year, on October 14th, they say the kitchen smells faintly of melted wax. And sometimes, just before midnight, they hear someone whisper,
Happy birthday.
If you or someone you know has experienced unexplained events tied to anniversaries or birthdays, I'd like to hear your story. You can reach us at intothedisappearing.com. Next week, we travel to a remote stretch of highway in Nevada, where drivers report seeing a man standing in the road, always at mile marker 40. Those who stop say he asks a single question: how much time do you have left? Until then, stay curious, stay safe, and remember, some things don't disappear, they wait.
When the night gets bright and the stars align, we stir up dreams in cosmic time. A little stardust, a little tune, you're mixing it